Maybe you're the one to hold that truth and in the face of great opposition, to hold that value for yourself. My mom was one of those people. Oh my God. She was a Scorpio sun sign with an Aries moon, and I forget what her ascendant was, but Patton's Third Army could not move that woman if she really believed something. Her value system was so strong. I still learn from her and from that. And so, Timid Noche, learn who you are and know yourself. It takes a lifetime.
So, how do elements, you talked about earth people, earth people of earth signs are comforting to you. Can you describe how elements interact with daily life?
Yeah, they are daily life. I mean, what's really cool, the physical body that you live in is composed of the elements of the earth. Your body is the earth. It just is. You can't be anything other than that. So when we're water, we're mainly water. We have minerals, we have all of, all that stuff. We have all that from biology. We know that. But when you are interacting with earthy people, you get a dose of that they will be more stable. The water signs, the water signs are the feeling, emotional healers, helpers, the nature to people in that area. And the air signs, that's the intellect, that's electricity. And the fire signs are the ones that push things forward. Now, all of this is for good or ill, but we interact with that every second you are in your life. Now, depending on your astrology chart, your natal chart, it will show what you interact with best and what thwarts your attempts. It will show what your nature is. Do you mainly have water? Do you mainly have earth, air, fire, whatever? And that will give your clues to what? Your personality, your personhood, the person that you came in to be and to evolve and to grow from. That will change in your next life. You may be a fiery person in this life because in your last one, you were a monk, you were calm. And so now you need to bring in those qualities. I can't explain that either. It's created by the lords of karma and it's created by energy fields that I can only think about.
And so, by understanding our astrology guide, our chart, we can have a better understanding of ourselves.
I think so. As a mystic and as a woo-woo person, I think it's so cool that we have been given what's called the occult arts. Occult means hidden. It's hidden from what? The material world and the physical senses. Now, you need your physical senses. And when you study occult arts, you're going to want to bring those experiences into what? The ability to express that with the physical senses. It doesn't mean go all wackadoodle, take a bunch of drugs to have psychic experiences. That's not it. I would suggest that if people are interested in these hidden arts, start with astrology or numerology or get a tarot reading. On Etsy, there are some incredible readers. Oh my God. And it's not expensive for most of them. But I would suggest that you choose to have an astrology chart drawn up. Now, when we say astrology chart in the Western world, we're usually dealing with what's called an Ori, Hoary chart, natal chart. You can choose Chinese astrology. You can choose East Indian Ayurvedic work. It's up to you. They will be similar and give the same results. Numerology, which was developed, at least the Pythagorean system of numerology, by Pythagoras, the father of mathematics, is frighteningly valid. It's a little easier to navigate than astrology. There are apps for numerology, and it means that everything can be all the letters of the alphabet have a certain number. You add those all up, you reduce it to one. That's the number that you look at. And it's a lot easier. You can choose to get tarot cards. You can choose to get any of that, the Lamorland card. There's hundreds and hundreds of things out there. Choose what your guidance suggests. Okay, guys, you can say, what is the next step I should take? They may say, don't, because it's going to throw a bunch of mud into what we're trying to work with you on. Now, this happened to me last week. Boy, was I pissed off. You know how I get pissed off. I said, okay, you guys, I need help with this, or this. I need help with this subject. And they said, get out of the way. Like, what? Just stop, sit on your hands. No, 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 no. But I don't think you heard me. Here I'm talking to the gods. You you didn't hear me. I mean, I need help. I need change. Solely, just stop, sit on your hands. Would you please get your personality demands out of the way and give us time? We're already working on it. But you want proof in the physical world that we're doing that. Get out of the way. Sit on your hands. Well, my hands have gone to sleep from sitting on them so much. I don't do well with it. I'm not made to do well with it. I'm just not. I spent how many lifetimes in the monasteries and out as being a desert father, a desert this or that, and in the mountains of the world, whatever. So many lifetimes doing that. This lifetime, they said, no, 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 no. We're giving you a big fiery chart and a big mouth, and you got to express this shit. So when they tell me not to do that, I think I'm failing. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, it can be such a challenge to fight with what we want to be doing and know what we need to be doing, all the while knowing ourselves and following guidance.
Well, it's hard, isn't it? It's our desire body, and the Buddhists say life is suffering because we want all this stuff. Our desires, it comes from the emotions and the personality and the mind creating all these scenarios, and then we're convinced we have to have it or do it. I am having lately to walk back from a lot of this to create a simpler life. It doesn't mean about stuff. It means about how I live my life to create more silence and to back up more. And if I can't sit on my hands, for God's sake, just hold a pen and sit there.
How are you finding more silence in your life?
It's really beautiful. When I do it, when I do, I'm finding that simplicity, which is what Maitreya says is coming for us, a simpler life. It doesn't mean that you don't have what you need. It means that you don't need as much as you think you have to have, and that's experience or stuff or food or whatever it is. We are excessive and obsessive about what we think. So I'm having to back up when these thoughts come into my mind, I'm having to catch them and say, you don't need to do that. I mean, Linda, you know very well I'm this queen of projects. I got this, I got that, I got this. So I thought of another one the other day and I said, no, 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 no. Just say no, Zoe. Think Nancy Reagan, just say no to drugs. Well, the biggest drug is we get a case of the wanches. We think we want to have something happen, or we want a thing, or we want an emotion or a person to do something. When we back it up, keep backing it up, we'll get to a silence, a place where nature speaks to us inside and outside. And when I do that, that's what I'm finding. I'm really having to practice that these days.
It does take a lot of practice to get out of that desire. And I think it's a lot to do with having gratitude.
It has a lot to do with gratitude. It also has to do with our childhood programming. What we're told we have to have, what we need to have, what we do, what we see on television, on the internet. But the gratitude really is the grace we feel when we do it. Like, thank God that didn't happen. That too.
And sometimes I'm thankful that I didn't get that thing I thought I wanted.
It's so true because it caused more work and more this and more that. And it's temporary. These desires and these things that float through are temporary. It's artificial, AI, artificial intelligence. It's going to change the world and ruin a lot of the world because we will be depending a lot on the artificial because we can't connect with our own real. So we're going to have to be careful.
Yeah, caution is necessary because there's so much unknown, and that artificial stuff is it's an easy. It feels like an easy out.
It is. It's like, you can look up something online and order it and have it the next day. Now, there's immediate gratification. AI promises that same sort of immediate gratification. I can get an answer right now. Well, that's going to be really cool in a lot of ways. And a lot of that is so valid. It's going to change medicine, the arts, the sciences, communication. Because why? Because it's time to do that, people. We've evolved out of the old ways. This is going to be the new way, but we have to adult capital A. And it's going to take us some time. There's some very wise beings who can help this, but a lot of it is about controlling our emotions. And for me, oh my God, that could drive myself crazy with that. All the thoughts, all the feelings, all the have tos, the wants. It's the modern world too. This is not a simple place. Things have become overtly complicated. So I'm having within myself to calm down, and then we have to grieve that. That's the dark side of it. That's the embracing the shade. Oh, I want to get this. Well, no. So a piece of us grieves that endorphin that would have come from getting that emotion, from getting that thing, that event, that success. Just say no and watch your grieving come up. Watch that screaming and yelling of the emotions come up. You don't have to listen. It'll go away. It won't last that long. Remind me of that.
Will do. And one of the things that I love about our conversations, I think you are one of the only non-tech people that talks about AI in a hopeful and positive way.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I see AI, and I'm sure there are other people that are doing this, but I see AI as the change that is inevitable. It's alien technology that's given to us. It's not bad. What's bad about it is our emotional immaturity. Why this cracked me up. Why did the airlines in this country have to say you can no longer get on the airplane with pajamas and Crocs? Why did they have to do that? Tom said, "What's the deal with the Crocs?" I said, "I think they're like sandals. Maybe it's the population of people that are wearing those. I don't know." But I've gone to some court situations to observe half the people in there have on pajamas.
Oh dear.
What's the matter with us? We don't have boundaries between our inside self and our outside self. Now, you don't have to dress to the nines when you go out. That's not it. Get up in the morning, get dressed, do your stuff at home, then go out and you do stuff there. You have the same clothes. But hopefully it's not in your nightgown. I've seen that also. Seriously, what has happened to us? It's boundaries. So, what AI is going to do, it is leaving a lot of people in the lurch. It's leaving them behind. And that population, I don't know who they are, but globally, that population is going to lose their willpower. Willpower is a feminine nature thing, it's your divine feminine saying, I can choose. But when you let artificial choose for you, think about that. So there will be many, many people who are just living in fear that now a robot or a computer is going to run your life. I've seen these little robot dogs. I think they're adorable. Oh my God, I would get one and name one. It's coming really quickly. I can guarantee you, mark my words, there will be idiots who marry their robots. Oh, yeah. There's going to be some, and I'll say this once and don't repeat it, there'll be some nasty stuff going on with some robots. The porn
Unfor-
industry. Oh, yeah, that's coming too. But I mean, I don't even want to go there. That's making me nauseous. The main thing that will happen is a lot of the things that Elon says is not moving atoms. That's going to change. But physically, you're going to see more vertical Roombas. This thing. You're going to see more of that. That's a robot. Does that freak you out? No, because you've gotten used to it. Within 3 to 5 years, you're going to see the price of robots come down. You're going to see entire industries around these things. And the data centers. Montana now is looking at having more data centers here. Here's the problem with earthly data centers, they use a shitload of energy. Here's what Elon says Elon says, let's put them in outer space because you have 24-hour a day solar radiation powering them.
well, that's
So,
smart.
of course, he's brilliant. And he is a
He,
person. He's not an alien, by the way, people. He is a person who's an alien. His soul is from somewhere else, like most of our souls are. But he's a person. He's demonstrating what people can do.